Hello guys, so I'm going to show you some of the features that iOS 7 has introduced into the iPhone. Here's my iPhone 4S, and at the bottom you see a little grey line there. Okay, this is your lock screen. If you push up or slide up rather, you see something called the control center, which Apple calls the control center, and it gives you very quick and easy access to things such as airplane mode, turning your Wi-Fi on and off, Bluetooth, do not disturb mode, and locking your screen orientation on and off. Okay, you can control screen brightness here as well. Play your MP3 to control the volume, and also allows you to turn the torch on and off, which is very handy. There's a clock, calculator, and a camera. Okay, right, so to get out of this, just slide down, okay, or hit the home button, and from here you see that once you play your songs, your MP3 will automatically stay on top. Now there's an icon for the camera on the bottom right hand corner, which you can still slide up to access the camera mode fairly quickly. Okay, I'll get more into this later on. And you slide to unlock. Okay, and now on your home page, home screen, you can do the same thing. You can swipe from the bottom center upwards, and you see your control panel. I mean your control center. Okay, this has literally the same thing. Okay, literally the same features. From here, if you swipe down in the center or near the center of your screen, you see the search function, which Apple has moved. This works the same way, apart from you access it differently. So if you swipe to your left, you see that it's all gone now. It's from iOS 6, it's been moved. So swipe down, you see the search function. If you swipe from the bottom up, bottom down rather, top down, I'm getting confused myself. Yeah, okay, so top down you see your calendar and your reminders, notifications and stuff like that. Okay, and any other notifications that come up for your apps. Okay, so if you double tap the home button, you see your apps here. Now to close them, you usually had to hold down the icon, but this time you just literally slide up to get rid of the apps. Okay, and that's how you basically force close them. Now I want to show you a very handy utility within the compass. So you're going to the compass. Okay, you see, well, let's calibrate this first, shall we? So you can pull it around in a circle to calibrate it apparently. Okay, so there you go, it's facing south now. Now at the bottom here you see a dot. That means there are two options here. You can swipe to the left, okay, and you see a, well, what you call a spirit level. Okay, this allows you to basically make sure a surface is straight. It's very good for DIY when you're setting up a shelf or whatnot. Okay, so you place it down and make sure it's 0 before it's level. Okay, very handy, very useful tool. And there's always the compass as well. Okay, iOS 7 also allows you to expand the apps that you put into these categories. So if you go into, something like utilities, even though the box is smaller, you realize that you can actually swipe to the left, which means these apps actually get stored in different pages within the category. It's very useful, so you don't have to keep creating things like games 1, games 2, okay, and it will reduce the clutter basically on your home screen. Okay, so this bit more for the tech savvy who wants to go efficient mode. Okay, within the settings, okay, within Safari, you can actually set up passwords and autofill, which basically gives you access to store passwords, so you can automatically fill them in certain websites, including credit card information, which is, can be very helpful, but at the same time, you might not want to do that. Apple insists that all these passwords are encrypted, so it is much more secure than you think it is. But I'll leave it up to you to find out whether you want to use it or not. Now we're going to the camera. Okay. Oops. Camera, just making most of the search function here. Okay, I'll show you some of the features that iOS 7 has introduced. Now the interface is very different now. If you swipe to the right, you enter video mode straight away. That circle there is obviously to take pictures, or you can actually use the volume button to hit record and to turn off record. Now on a photo, you can actually swipe to the left to use a square, basically just a border that allows you to work within your constraints. Panel allows you to take panoramic shots. It's very good for landscapes when you cover from a very wide area and you want it to be in one image. Okay. Now there's also filters that iOS 7 has introduced in the bottom right hand corner. You can see the filters getting applied live. Okay. It's very useful, but it's very limited also. Also just quite useful, extra, pretty much. Just choose one. High dynamic range. Okay, you can turn on and off here. Alright, and on top right you can see you can just pretty much flip the camera to the other side. Okay, one very cool feature, very nice feature of this is that you can actually take burst shots using, or you can actually take camera shots with your volume buttons. So if you hold it down, you see you take a picture straight away. Now, but if you keep holding it down, it will take burst shots. Just like this. You see the top right hand corner there? It's taking burst shots. So it's very quick. And that's pretty much the camera for now. Okay, so these features I'm going to show you here are very useful to navigate around your phone. They're not new to iOS 7, but I thought I'd reintroduce them in this video. Okay, so if you find that scrolling up is very annoying, usually if you want to get to the top of the page, what you should do is hit the right in the middle of the screen on the top and just scroll straight to the top. Okay, it's very useful. Scrolling down you have to do manually, but if you hit the top bit it will scroll back up. Okay, another useful function I think you should know is when you're typing in and you do a mistake, okay, you can usually shake your phone and it's this undo typing right there. Okay, undo. Okay, and one swipe deletes. This usually works for most apps and most utilities in iOS. So if you want to delete something very quickly, just swipe to the left. Okay, and you have the option to delete. Okay, it's very easy. Delete. And so another option, if you don't know already, it's very easy, is to hold the power button and the home button at the same time. Just to take a screenshot of your phone, which you can then view in your photos. Okay.